From a drug lord who pulled off an impossible escape, to ghost ships, here are the most baffling mysteries the world will try to solve this year. Number 5. What was that space debris? A group of scientists in a plane caught sight of a mysterious piece of space junk right as it burned up in Earth's atmosphere above the Indian Ocean in November. NASA and other space agencies around the world monitor a large percentage of millions of bits of space debris that orbit the planet, and researchers have been expecting this object, appropriately named WT-1190F, to re-enter Earth's atmosphere when it was first spotted in October. But nearly 2 months later, they still aren't too sure as to what the object actually was. They do have some ideas. The leading theory is that it was a second stage of a rocket, though nobody is quite sure. Number 4. Where is Hayat? The 26-year-old is suspected of helping plan the deadly attacks in Paris between January 7th and the 9th that targeted the offices of Charlie Hebdo, a kosher market, and a police officer. She was the common-law wife of Amdi Coulibaly, one of the 3 attackers, but the level of her involvement remains unclear. What we do know is that the 3 attackers were killed, but Hayat escaped. Authorities believe she left Paris just before the attacks, traveled to Turkey, then crossed over into Syria. A month later, ISIS propaganda magazine, Dabik, published an alleged interview with Hayat, saying now she is with their group in Syria. She is now one of the most wanted criminals on the planet. Number 3. An 8,000-year-old puzzle. Some blame aliens, others say Nazis were behind it. But the mysterious earthworks known as the steppe geoglyphs are thousands of years in the making. Scattered throughout remote parts of Kazakhstan and only visible from high above, their patterns vary in shape, from giant rings to swastikas. There are nearly 300 of these strange works, the oldest of which was constructed at least 8,000 years ago, and no one, including scores of scientists who have studied them, really knows what they are. The theory is that they came from an ancient settlement. Dmitry Day, who first spotted them in 2007 on Google Earth, he was looking for ancient pyramids at the time, thinks that they may have been built as horizontal observatories to track the movements of the rising sun, according to New York Times interview in October. The ancient relics are so puzzling that NASA is now working to unravel the mystery. From 430 miles above the Earth, the space agency captured some of the clearest images, which were released in late 2015. Number 2. Where is El Chapo? 1 minute, Guzman was locked up in a Mexican prison, pacing the floor of a small cell. Then another minute, he was gone. In July, El Chapo pulled off an elaborate escape from the Altiplano maximum security prison within Bravado. He slipped through the small hole drilled into his shower cell and then sped away on a motorcycle in an underground tunnel. By the time he emerged in a safe house outside the prison walls, guards hadn't even started their search. El Chapo, a modern-day Pablo Escobar for the fans of Netflix Narcos, has been on the run ever since. Some believe the Mexican government may be letting him live free to bring some sort of balance to the chaotic narco wars. So where is El Chapo now? As of just a month or 2 ago, he's back in prison and may be extradited to the US of A. Number 1. Ghost ships. Mysterious ghost ships, wrecked wooden ships with decaying corpses on board, are washing up on the shores of Japan. Nearly a dozen boats carrying decomposing bodies were found off the country's northwestern coast in just 1 month. The first boat was found in October, and in November officials discovered 10 bodies in 3 boats. Later, they found another boat with 6 skulls and a body that was nearly intact. Several signs point to North Korea. Most boats carried equipment and signs written in Korean, and one had a scrap of clothing resembling a torn bit of North Korean flag. However, authorities have not been able to confirm their origin or why the people on board perished. More than 30 boats were found in 2015. There were 65 the year before and 80 in 2013.